Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to make this skull look and also how to decorate it to turn it into a sugar skull. So I hope you guys enjoy this video and let's get started. To begin the skull look, I have already blocked out my eyebrows, and next I take a NYX white eyeliner pencil and roughly sketch out the skull. Next I take a NYX jumbo eye pencil in the color Milk and just sort of color in my face in all the places that I didn't block out. So my pencil actually broke here, so I just picked up the piece and started smudging it on my face. Then I take a blending sponge and I smooth out all of the lines. To set all the white makeup, I use a NYX translucent powder and I just sort of pat it over my entire face. A good trick to check and see if your entire face has been set is to run your fingers along your face, and if you feel any stickiness, just put more powder there. Now I color in those skull details. So first I take a NYX jumbo eye pencil in the color Black Bean, and I'm going to start with the eyes because I just think it's the easiest. So I set the base down with the jumbo eye pencil, and then I take the black NYX Primal color eyeshadow and pat it on top so you get a nice matte, really deep black color. Also, by putting the shadow on top of the eye pencil, you prevent creasing. Now for the nose, I drew a small V that kind of goes the lower 1/3 of my nose, and then I drew a U from each side of the V down and colored that in. And then I tried to refine it just sort of based on how I liked it. And the same thing as I did with the eyes, I start with the jumbo eye pencil to color it in, and then to make it a nice deep matte color, I add the Primal Colors black eyeshadow on top of it. Also, I use a thinner brush, which allows me to sort of refine the details and get the ends a bit more pointy. So with the rest of the skull, first I'm going to roughly sketch out around where I want the black areas to be on the rest of my face, and I kind of follow where I would put my contour, make sure I darken up the hollows of the cheeks. For now it's just a line. And to refine that line, I use a thinner eyeshadow brush and just kind of pull it. Now to move on to the mouth, I take the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil and I put it on a thin brush and kind of color in the middle of my mouth and draw some lines from the center. And then I just draw little lines extending from the middle of the mouth, trying to get them even across and sort of even spacing. Then I take the black eyeshadow and I draw a small Y from each of the little lines on both the top and the bottom. Now, using the same eyeshadow as before, I take the fluffier end of the brush and I darken up the center of each Y and kind of drag out the black downward. This will create the shading for each of the teeth. Alright, now time to darken up my temples using the black eyeshadow on top of the black eye pencil. Oh, and don't forget to darken out your ears. It looks kind of weird being a skeleton with fleshy ears. And for the mouth, I kind of draw this weird C around the teeth and I connect it to my jaw. And then I kind of darken that up and shade around the teeth. I don't want it to be completely black where it's right by the teeth, so I kind of lightly use the eyeshadow there. Alright, and now for the neck. I first take the jumbo eye pencil in Milk and I draw this thick line all the way down from my neck to the chest bone, and I use a blending sponge to kind of even it out. And then I feel for the collarbones, and using that same pencil as before, I just use my finger and the broken off piece of the eye pencil and run it over where my collarbone is. And then I kind of draw a few lines and finger paint my ribs on. And now I try to straighten out the neck and the bone, make sure it's not all twisted and crooked. And make sure you set your makeup along the way. Especially on your neck, because there'll be a lot of creasing. So I want to color in between just lightly with the jumbo eye pencil and Black Bean first. This will give it a much crisper line. And then I take that black eyeshadow and color the rest of it in. I also color in my neck using the black eyeshadow. Now this black eyeshadow has a lot of pigment, so you can pretty much use it as paint. Also be careful not to get it on the white parts because it is kind of hard to get rid of. If you do get on the white parts, just take a makeup wipe and recolor it. Now I'm drawing the vertebrae. So this is a really simple vertebrae, just kind of draw some lines along the neck. Actually, I think this is a trachea. That's a vertebrae. Alright, and then I put my hair down just to kind of cover up some of the fleshy parts, and I draw a few small details, so like the shading around where the eyebrow bones are, and I add a crack or two, one on top of the head and one kind of extending from the eye. I add a white jacket, a crown of flowers, which I just took some flowers from the local craft store, and then I take some bobby pins and pin them behind my head. I had a few bobby pins back there because just one won't hold in this flower crown. And then I take a giant piece of lace cloth and then I just kind of throw it on top, create this veil. Try to put it in a way that you like it so it drapes over the flowers nicely, but at the same time doesn't make it look square. And there you go, there is the skeleton look. So you can stop here if all you want to do is create a skeleton, or you can continue on and turn this skeleton into a Dia de los Muertos candy skull. Alright, so to begin transforming this regular skull into a candy skull, I first take the NYX Primal Colors eyeshadow in the color Hot Red and a thin eyeliner brush with some water, and I paint these small red petals all around my eye. Using that same hot red Primal color eyeshadow, I color in the lower 1/3 of each petal. Next I go into the NYX Avant Pop Art Throb palette, and then I take the orange color and paint it into the middle 1/3, blending into the red color. Next I take the NYX Primal Colors eyeshadow in the color Hot Yellow and color the upper 1/3 of each petal, making sure to blend it into the orange color. And to finish off the flowers around the eyes, I take the NYX Liquid Crystal Liner in gold, and I just sort of draw these lines in between each of the petals. And if you kind of feel like you don't have enough glitter, just go over them one more time, and it's pretty densely packed with glitter, so it'll show up. And then I just decided to add some gold glitter tears. It kind of reminds me of some of those sugar skulls you see, how they have like tears running down their eyes, but I just really like the gold. Taking a wet eyeliner brush and going back into the NYX Avant Pop palette, I take the dark green shadow and I draw some vines with curved ends on my jaw and on my cheekbones. And then I just draw these small leaves using that same dark green color, shooting off from the vine. And then I take the lighter green shimmery color from that palette and I fill in each of those leaves. To draw the marigold on my chin, I take the NYX Primal colors in Hot Yellow and draw a yellow semicircle, followed by the orange eyeshadow, drawing a slightly larger semicircle around it, and then finally using the hot red and drawing the biggest. And then I take the Primal colors in black and a wet eyeliner brush, and I draw these circles in the yellow part, and then I kind of start defining the petals in the orange part, and then once it gets closer to the red, I really try to make them more pointed petals. It's okay if you go up and over the red, you can just always color that in later, like I am doing right now. And I really wanted the outer red petals to be really dark, so I go back in with that wet eyeliner brush and I take that red eyeshadow and really make sure I get the color saturated in there. And then I use that same dark green color from the Avant Pop palette and draw some leaves on each side of the flower, filling them in with that shimmery green eyeshadow. Alright, and then on my forehead, I first take the hot yellow eyeshadow and I pretty much color my entire forehead with that eyeshadow. And then I take the orange eyeshadow and I go almost all the way down as far as I did with the orange, but I make sure I really blend it in. I'm trying to go for a gradient on my forehead from yellow to red, just like the petals on my eyes. and the marigold on my chin. Alright, and then to finish it off, I take the red eyeshadow and get it just along the hairline. And then I just kind of feel like my forehead's kind of plain. So I took the NYX Gold Liquid Crystal Liner and I drew a cross on my forehead. And then I feel like it just doesn't stand out that well, so I also take the black Primal colors and I outline the cross just to make it stand out better. And then I'm still not completely satisfied, so I decided to add a few vines just above the brow bone. And then I also, just like on the cheekbones and on the jaw, I draw some leaves extending from the vines and in a dark green color, and I color them in with a light green color from the NYX Avant Pop Art Throb palette. And there's the completed candy skull look. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up or please subscribe. I'll be putting a list of all the products I use down below in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!